That money they're making, they still want
turn it
more.
right around, and then they charge us more for insurance.
Yep. America.
And it's like the thing they're going through now with all the racism and trying to combat it, and a lot of people now realizing how bad the police have been. But you know what the real culprits are? The insurance companies and the real estate business. That's where all the real racism is happening at.
Well, real estate for sure.
Oh
Real estate's
yeah.
been keeping people from buying shit for this.
Redlining and all that crap.
Yeah, that's been going on for a long time. And that is a big part of
It's
it.
like when my parents bought, we used to live over on the east side, over by Belle Isle. So, moving to the northwest side was a big thing back then. You were moving up in the world.
Really? Like,
Oh, fuck
so
yeah.
like the Jeffersons.
Yeah, exactly.
I read something Snoop posted today about, he goes, do you know any white people that are last name Washington or Jefferson? He's like, you don't. But you know a ton of black people because back in that time, it's how they named their slaves.
Exactly.
Yeah, was their last name.
Okay, like on my mother's side, her family, they're Jacksons.
Andrew Jackson?
Yeah,
Shit?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And my grandfather, before he died, if you looked at him, you'd just say he was a white man. When I first met my grandfather, I didn't know he was my grandfather. My mother said, "This your grandfather." I'm looking at him like,
What's up? How you doing?
How did my grandfather get white? That's what I was thinking to myself, right? But my mother got two sisters that if they walked in the store right now, you'd think they were white women. You wouldn't know they were black.
My ex.
So they got hair like mine?
Half his family was African American, but they're from Ireland, so they're black Irish. So they're
Yeah.
really pale,
Yeah.
gray eyes,
Yeah.
freckles.
Yep.
But you still got the hair texture is right on point,
Yeah.
and their skin is lighter too.
Yeah.
But to his dad, to his grandma, to his great grandma, back all the way to Ireland, like they all are so carrying that what should be a recessive gene.
Right.
Like,
See you later.
It's
Yes.
just interesting to see someone that they're half African American, half Italian, and they look like just straight like a white mix of doggone.
I used to go with this girl. She was half Polish, half black, but she looked like she was Samoan or something. You couldn't tell what she was. Because she was really super light skinned, had long, nice hair and stuff. But then I met her cousin, and her cousin was just black. I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all came out of the same family?
Otis taught me that and even in the black community, it's very, very, like the blacker you are, the more on the lower social scale you are.
Yeah, that's where the excuse the expression, field nigger and house nigger comes from. The house niggers were usually the favorites of the slave owner because,
Samuel L.
yeah.
from Django.
Yeah, but I'm saying they were more Creole looking because they were mixed. The white owner was.
So they had more sex with. Basically they raped more the house
they don't
people
get
than
any
they did
choices
the
in that.
field. Basically.
They raped whoever they want, whenever they wanted.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, but they
But even
were their
with field
favorite.
hands and stuff, would they be able to do that, or would it be like the master of the house only?
Oh no, they weren't supposed to touch it. No.
No, it was the master's property. You weren't.
Yeah, even if it was your husband, y'all weren't supposed to be having unless he told you to make a baby. You weren't supposed.
No. She's talking like someone who,
Like
a regular worker, because they obviously paid white people to keep these people in line. You know what I'm saying? There was people that lived, the family members and other people who lived on the farm.
Sharecroppers.
Yeah,
White
whatever-
sharecroppers.
Whatever they were, the people.
They were what you call indentured slaves. They had to work their way out.
I know there's a difference.
Yeah.
Slavery around the world, it's the South that took slavery to another level. 'Cause
Yeah.
Slavery around the world was indentured servitude. So if you had a child, your child wasn't a slave. You were until you finished off whatever reason.
Until you worked off your
whatever it may
responsibility.
be. Yeah.
That's the same thing they're doing now with these sex trafficking people. And just a lot of slaves, man. There are Africans that live in this country that are filthy rich, like Nigerians, Nigerians are filthy rich. They're some of the richest black people in the world. Well, some of the richest people in the world, period. But Nigerians would take, and they come over here, build big giant houses or whatever, and and they would bring people from Africa over here to work in their houses. They wouldn't pay them nothing.
The Indians did it too.
They don't pay you
the
shit.
Indian people.
Really?
Yeah.
You get a chance to live in that house.
Well, same with the people from Asia who were brought over by the they're not cartels, but the
Same
gangs
thing.
and shit, the mafia.
In other words, poorer countries, rich people in poorer countries had slaves. Even today, they still do.
There's still slavery in this world. Yeah.
Yes,
There's definitely slavery.
a lot of it.
Korea sends their people. North Korea sends their people to Russia, and they use them as slaves. So it's not just. It's like there's different pockets, and it goes back to the power structure. We live in a country that could easily end up like that again. People don't think it could. People think it'd fight, but you ain't got a chance if they drop a bomb in L.A.
Anything could happen.
Say they wipe out L.A. and they decide to wipe out L.A. and parts of New York. That's 10% of the population.
That's a lot.
You know what I'm
It might be
saying?
more
That
than
changes
10%.
everything.
It's like a friend of mine. I talked to him. He lives in South Africa. He's from here. We grew up together, but he's been living in Africa for about the last 30 years.
30 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
On and off, or just
No, he
moved and left 30 years ago?
all he does is move around. That's all he does.
He's
He's in South Africa one day. He's in Nigeria the next day.
Oh.
He's in France the next day. He's
Business
in England.
guy?
Well, business con man type guy. He's a good dude, but he's good at lying. He can speak a couple of languages. Like when he came here to Detroit, he was here like 2 or 3 days, and he got a job as a concierge down at a hotel in downtown Detroit because he could speak all these languages.
right.
But he's really kind of like a con guy in a way. In a way, he's like a con man in a way, but not in the aspect of cheating people out of their money. In the aspect of getting jobs to stay in the city for 2 or 3 months, see if we're there,
It's not a
leave.
con man. A con man is someone that steals your money. You're talking like
No,
a
no.
vagabond.
Yeah, but he lies a lot, so he misleads people. Maybe I should put it that way.
Okay, so he to get the jobs, he'll go and lie about what he's done, so he'll get a job,
Exactly.
and then do the job for a couple months and then leave.
Then, yeah.
Yeah, that's still not a con man. He's
In
still
that
doing
sense.
work.
Yeah, he do. Yeah, he is.
Con man will basically give me Trump, pay me for school, and then I don't give you any schooling, and then you can't sue me because I'm more richer than you.
But he was telling me in Africa, Lagos, Nigeria, different places like that the Chinese have come in.
Oh yeah, big time.
He told me, he said, 10 years ago, all of the internet companies, all the people that did infrastructure were either English or American. A couple of Russians, he said. He said, now it's almost exclusively Chinese. And they're teaching these African guys how to speak Chinese.
Mandarin, yeah, Mandarin will be the next one.
Ooh, buddy, that's such a
Babe,
skill.
I'm telling you.
No. Mandarin is.
But you know what he
They
told
are
me?
going to, if they get 5G out first, if they get
He talked
their
about
5G out on the planet first, before and we have no more control. If they get into Europe and Europe is supplied with their 5G, we're basically cut off.
What do you think the population of Africa is?
Africa?
Yeah. I was shocked when I heard what it was. I didn't know it was
250 million?
800 million.
Yeah,
Wow,
sounds okay.
that's a
That
huge
sounds-
country too. Though.
Yeah, but I was shocked. I didn't think it was that many. I was
No,
I'm
shocked.
I knew there
surprised
was
they
that
could get an
many.
accurate number given all the tribes.
Well, you
and
know the
stuff.
number's probably not accurate.
There's probably
It's probably as close as
In
they,
general,
it's
yeah.
probably as close as they could get.
The same with America. There's more than 350 million people here. There's
Yeah,
people
just-
who don't census.
right.
Yeah, so you're looking at 400 million, maybe, no, probably about 375.
Did you do your census?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did it right away.
I did too. I got my absentee ballot yesterday.
Yeah, we're gonna go do that too.
Yep, it's just a big fuck you to Trump.
See, County Clerk lives right next door to me.
Really?
Yes. So the other day I asked her, I said, when is absentee ballots going out? She said, don't worry about it. You'll get a letter in a couple of days. And sure enough, there it was.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, we have the right to. And Trump's really against it, and it's
Yeah.
our fucking right. So fuck you, Trump. We're gonna
Yeah,
Well,
do
see,
you
our
can do
votes.
it, so
See,
fuck you.
they
We're gonna
thought-
take it to the clerk's office and hand it in.
They
We're
found.
using the mail-in ballot.
Yeah. They found out that the more people that vote, 9 times out of 10, Democrats
times-
win. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, I know.
So that's why Trump doesn't want this mail-in
That's
vote
why
stuff.
Republicans have been fighting people's right to vote
Yep.
since the dawn of time.
Yep. Oh man.
Not the dawn of time. There was actually a different time of Republicans. But I'm saying, like right now, their main thing is. I heard this guy.
Well, they've always done it with black
This
people.
guy put it perfectly on the media yesterday. He goes, the reason why you don't see conservative opinions in the New York Times most of the time because they're not true. They're just false bullshit. It's just, hey, I want to keep power and I'm going to do whatever the fuck I have to keep it.
Lie, steal, whatever.
Whether it's fucking real or not, I want power and I'm going to keep it. And it's this white minority of fucktards that someone needs to hang them up. Dude.
Fucktards.
Dude, fuck that. They need to be hung up.
It's like this. There's only one black Republican senator.
Where?
Where's he from?
What, in the U.S.? I thought
Yeah.
Cory Booker was a senator. Yeah, no, that's not true. Cory Booker's a senator.
Boss, I gotta go.
All right, have fun. Talk to you soon. See, are you gonna be there Friday?
Yes.
We'll see you Friday.
Don't leave, eh?
Yeah.
All right.
Later.
I said Republican.
That's what. Oh,
Cory Booker is a Democrat.
yeah, it's a valid point.
Yeah, I said Republican. He's the only black one.
Yeah, I know.
And they were interviewing him the other day, and he just, oh man, how can you do it? How could you do it, man?
Well, look at that one girl that's out there talking.
The black chick?
Yeah, that's talking that shit about George Floyd. It's like,
She's done. You know she's done, right? In the black community.
well, it
she's
goes back to
done.
what you just said. There was house ones, and then there was the field ones.
Yep.
There was people
It's
who
like
got, they get it because they're rich as fuck. These people are making money off of every word they say.
What about those two chicks with the podcast show?
Mm-hmm.
That before Trump, right after Trump became president, it's these two chicks. I can't remember their names. They got a podcast show,
Yeah.
and they were all talking about how good Trump was, how good he's gonna be to us, and everything. And a news guy asked, he said, is the Republican Party giving you guys money? He said, no. That's just how we feel. They found out they were paid by the Republican Party, man. Now nobody wants to have anything to do
Well,
with
don't
it.
forget, the Democrats are paid by Soros. So, what's up, Dawn? Dawn's watching. She said hello.
Hello, Don. Thank you for watching,
So,
listening to me ranting.
I've heard these people. It's one of those things where it's starting to get frustrating because it feels like one side's just like, fuck you, we're right. Oh, you want me to prove it? I don't have to prove it. Just like climate change. Like, it's one scientist paid by the company that makes the most profit off of the way it's going now is the one that's contradicting all the other 99 scientists.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to take what he says to heart, knowing that he got paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, to do that fucking study. While these other scientists have made fucking shit, because most people in science don't make shit.
They overpay people, some people anyway. This Laura Ingraham, they say she makes $7 million a year. What is she doing to make
Entertainment, man. It's just
what,
like
entertainment?
Laura Ingraham. Yeah, remember, Fox News isn't a news station. It's
You're
a
right.
fucking commentary station.
You're
It's
right.
entertainment.
You're right.
That's how they get away with saying what they say.
You're right.
It's just commentary. I'm just saying my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Granted,
Whether it's true or not, I'm just saying it.
Well, granted, I cut that clip out whenever someone clips it. Is they clip out what the fuck I said to counteract me
Yeah.
getting sued.
Yeah.
But
Well, she lost a bunch of sponsors and shit 'cause she said some dumb shit.
she's a dumb cunt.
Oh,
That's
she is.
another one that just.
She
I'm
is.
sorry, but fuck these people, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Me
fuck
too.
'em. I'm done.
If you can't be at least truthful and stand. No, be truthful.
To
That's all you
yourself,
gotta do.
yeah.
Just be truthful.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
What's your purpose? Oh, you want to make money?
Money.
Then say it.
Mm-hmm.
Then come out and say, hey, I'm going to say these things because I know that there's a bunch of stupid people in this country that are going to give me a
They
bunch of
don't pay me
stupid money.
for saying it.
Yeah. What's up, Mr. Atkins? Mr. Atkins says, yo.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, that was weird. That's not
Remember that shit?
Yeah, that was that shit. And
That was some dumb shit. That was
Some people say it was a simpler time back then.
Oh, it's the same.
It's the same.
You know what's even dumber? Remember that stuff where is the dress blue or is the dress green? Was it Laurel or was it something else? Remember that crap?
Yeah, that was actually your eyes. It's something to do with sound.
Sound and not sight.
There's just the way your brain works.
Right.
You can trick your brain, and which should show you that they're learning how to trick you. They know how to make
learning.
Yeah, they
That's
are.
what. No, they're not.
Brain science in the last 10 years is light years ahead of what it was when we were a kid.
Yes, but it's all been a simulation all along.
Yeah, I know, but
And that even proves it even more.
why?
The way you can be tricked. They know how you can be tricked. They know how to trick your
I
mind.
know they know how to fucking.
They know how to trick your mind and make you see things that aren't there. They know how to trick your mind and make you say things that you don't mean to say. It's heavy, man. It's so heavy.
Yeah.
It's so heavy
Oh my
that.
goodness, you two.
Well, what are they doing?
They just not having fun together or something? She wants to go into the tunnel and he's not letting her?
Being territorial.
She's like, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
That's
Go do
what I
what you
heard.
go.
Leave
Yeah,
me
right.
the fuck alone, bitch.
Go do what you
I'm
do.
gonna fuck you up. That's what she was saying, Smokey. Cause yeah, like, you know who Double O said some shit today, posted some shit, and it was just like, dude.
What did he say? What did he say?
You seen that fucking stupid meme going around with the 2 knees on the white guy? He's like, white privilege, we get 2 knees.
Oh.
And it's like, did he live? Did the guy live? So yeah, that is a privilege. You get to have 2 knees on the back of your neck, and you get to live.
Yeah.
One, that's how much they just.
Wait a minute. You know what I found out today?
What?
The cop that killed him, they worked together in security
Yes.
at a club.
Yeah, that's
Listen.
I know.
Did you this part though?
What?
So it came time for him to get his check, for everybody to be paid. So I think the owner, the guy that makes the checks out, gave all the checks to George to hand out to the people, right?
Right.
So he gave the police guy his check, and he got mad because it wasn't the right amount of money, and they said he was mad at George. They told him that George has nothing to do with the pay. He was just passing out the checks. So when he was sitting there with his knee on his neck, he knew him. He worked with him. That's insane. He did it on purpose.
I don't know, man. It's a lot to take it from, because that was years ago. And did he harass him? Because he was a police officer in that area where George has been living for how long? And he could have harassed him any other time. Because you know how cops are. If cops get it, they're like crows.
Listen.
If they get you in their sights and they don't like you, they're going to fuck with you.
Yeah, but that wasn't that long ago when this happened.
It was a couple of years ago they worked together.
Oh, I heard it wasn't a couple of years ago.
No,
it
was at least a year ago.
Well, he was mad because of that, because people that work with them said that he was pissed with George.
I understand that, but that doesn't mean, again, I'm not going to.
I'm just saying he knew who he was.
Yes.
Had his knee on his neck. They knew each other.
Yes.
So why was he being so rough with him?
Because he's a dick cop that was rough with everybody. How about the fact that he had 18 other complaints? Mm-hmm. This wasn't the first
and
time.
They didn't do nothing about
They didn't do nothing about it. So, yes, there's that fact. And yes, that might have been the reason why he sat there for 9 minutes with his head on his knee, because he wanted to get him back for something. But I don't think he had the intention of killing him.
I think he did.
I don't think so. Not on fucking camera.
9 minutes on somebody's neck, and they told you they couldn't breathe? Man, 9 minutes is a long time.
That's being ignorant.
What I don't understand is, why were they holding him down for 9 minutes? It was 4 of them. So why were they holding him down for 9 fucking minutes?
I have no idea. That's the questions that have to be asked. That's one of the reasons why it's murder 2.
But they tried to get...
They're trying to get murder 1, which you can't get because you have to have premeditation.
But they tried to get... Well, that's what these guys saying this.
No,
that's why today on the news, they were talking about he knew George, he had a grudge against George.
That's fine. But having a grudge against someone and killing someone is not premeditation. Premeditation is me planning
to do it.
Find you.
Exactly.
That's a completely different thing.
Well, we know it's not
running into somebody and punching them in the face because you hate them and then they die.
premeditated. We know.
Or standing on a knee is not the same. I get that.
Yeah.
It's a power. The big difference is there's 4 fucking cops, and they had him down in the back in cuffs. Again, why didn't he even go on there in the first place?
Exactly.
Why didn't he go on there in the first place?
Exactly.
Because if you think about that meme I told you about, it's a natural thing for them to do. When they get a suspect down, the easiest way to hold someone is by the neck. So you put your knee on it. And they're living in a world where they're taught constantly that they're at war with these people.
You know, you're just supposed to. Another cop didn't kill the guy too.
Dude, this cop did it in Minnesota during the fucking riots.
Mm-hmm.
He had a guy in the middle of the street on his neck, on his back. One guy's cuffing him. The other guy's got his knee in his neck.
Yep.
And everyone's yelling.
Yep.
And the guy with his knee in his neck not thinking anything of it. He's just got his knee in his neck. But the guy that was cuffing him took a second, woke up, grabbed the dude's knee, moved it off his neck, and then went back to cuffing the guy.
Which somebody else
Which
should
could have
done.
saved the guy's life.
Right.
But at the same time, it's a commonplace. It's a common thing that they do because they're taught that they're at war. They think
Oh, I
they're
know
at
why
war.
they're doing it.
Since Reagan institutionalized it and started militarizing it for the fight against
Reagan
crack.
was a racist as well.
Yeah.
Reagan,
Well, everybody
Nixon,
in power back then
Reagan,
was racist.
Nixon,
You know that.
Johnson. Even Johnson was too.
I think Carter's the last president that wasn't a racist.
You're right.
Because even fucking Clinton was a Southern Democrat.
Yeah.
And Southern
That-
Democrats
that law and order shit
the
came from-
same fucking power structure
Yeah, that law and order shit came from
as 100 years before.
Clinton.
Yeah. The same power. There's nobody different. They didn't move out the fucking Confederacy. They actually just let the Confederacy stay in power. They won. The Confederates actually won the war. If you think about it, they didn't have to become their own state. Yet
I wouldn't say they won the war, but they didn't lose the war.
They definitely didn't lose.
They didn't. I never said they won it, but they definitely didn't lose it. Because
Don
they-
says have a good day.
You as well. Because you know, they're still running the South
South.
the way they want to run
What
it.
the fuck you mean the South? Donald Trump's president. They're still running the country. Have you seen that Nazi thing that was on Amazon?
Yeah, but you
You know,
know,
you heard about that?
no.
There was Al Pacino's last TV series he was in. It was on Amazon. It's pretty good. I only
Right,
got
it's
to about
about
halfway through it.
Hunting the
Hunting the Nazis
Nazi.
that were here in America because of
Right.
the paperclip
right.
thing where they brought Nazis to run NASA. Like the head of NASA was one of the most. If he was alive today, he would be charged with crimes.
Well, he should have went to the Hague and been charged
Yes,
because
he should have been fucking murdered.
he killed a whole bunch of Jews, or I did say
Every
people, period.
day, every day. If it was Rogan said that it was. I don't know if this is true because I heard it on Rogan. But he was one of those guys that the slowest Jew
They hung
in a
him.
race, he would hang him every day in front of his office.
Yeah, he would hang them and people walk by and see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's not. He was an SS.
Hold on. So one of the guys that they fucking killed was this dude who was a commander, and he loved chess. So there was this Jewish chess champion in Germany that they threw in a concentration camp, obviously, and he played him in chess every day with naked Jews on one side and regular Jews on the other, and they would have to kill like
Like a chess game.
like it was a chess game, and the kid never lost to him.
Wow.
Yep, and then slit his throat, but the guy lived, so he had a scar in his throat. That's how they knew who he
That's
was.
fucked up.
But that's how he would literally. Then you would have to go up.
Roman von Braun is his name.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
his name.
So
And they show him, you know, talking about rocket ships and stuff like that. And I was like, this is crazy.
when you see that, how does it not make sense that they still be here?
Look, man.
Like Donald Trump's family has got ties to Nazi Germany, and now he's president of the United States.
South America's full of Nazis.
Well, I'm not saying here.
Argentina. I'm talking about they run these areas. They're the richest people there, and they run it all up in the mountains. They say they got whole villages that are descendants of, you know, Nazi generals and politicians.
Jesus.
They've all changed their last names.
Well, that's a way not to get found. But yeah, it's just one. How do you know they're not here now? How do you know that?
They are here.
Alright.
Look. Trump's dad was in the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
Do you think Trump knows what Antifa is?
Who they really are?
Does he know what?
Antifa means?
Yes, I don't think he
No.
knows.
No.
He doesn't know.
No, he knows that they're the anti-him.
But
Because he wants power beyond power.
but he doesn't consider himself a fascist. He doesn't consider himself a fascist.
But no one fascist most fascists don't consider themselves fascists.
You think so? Oh, you know you're a fascist. Come on, man.
No.
You gotta know
think,
you're a fascist.
No, I don't think so. I think most people think they're right.
Let me see it later.
And being right means you're not a fascist. What the fuck happened to it?
I thought I handed it back
Oh,
to
she
you.
took it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I know I handed it back to you. Oh!
There it is.
Come on, leg. Act right. Thank you, sir.
You want a lighter?
No, it's good. Thank you, babe. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard conversation.
Man, it's all hard,
Because how do
man.
you
It's
fix it?
not
How do you
supposed to
fix
be
it?
like this. America's supposed to be paradise. You know, for everybody. America should be paradise for you. It's got all the makings to be paradise.
Yeah, it has everything you need.
It does. And it's just the people themselves. It's crazy. I don't know.
I think it's a small minority of people who know that they're about to lose power.
Well, that small minority has control. And I think that minority, it's a minority, but I don't think it's as small as you think it is.
Yeah, but 10%,
More than that.
15? No, that control everything? No, it's less than 10%. It's only, I say it's maybe 1%, not even 1%. To be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me if there's 100 dudes that can.
No, but to control
all
everything.
up.
Wait a minute now. Let's remember something. To control everything, you have to have others as co-conspirators. You can't do
I
it by
understand
yourself.
that. That's
And
my point.
That's the
100%.
percentage I'm talking about. Those are the people I'm talking about.
How many do you think are in Congress?
No.
None of them are in Congress. That's my point. The
I
way
don't know
Congress
that.
is set up, you don't have to be in Congress.
I don't
That's
know.
why a billionaire doesn't run for president.
I
That's
don't
why
know.
you know Trump's not a billionaire, because if he was, he wouldn't have ran for president.
You're right, because most billionaires, that job
have
is
more
beneath.
power.
That job is beneath
You
them.
have more power than a president.
But
as a billionaire.
they said that Trump didn't think he was going to win anyway.
No, I don't think he did either.
He
but
didn't.
Now he has. He doesn't want to
Howard
do it.
Stern said that Trump told him it was just a publicity stunt.
Yeah, it was to make money. You know how much
Yeah.
money he made off those fucking hats?
Mhm.
Jesus Christ, he made them in China, so you know they were 10.
He's still making them, probably.
5
He ain't
cents.
stopped making them.
I know they're 5 cents a fucking goddamn hat, and he's selling them for $25 a piece.
Woo!
I mean,
And you know, I got friends that I've had for a long time. And I thought they were really cool until I found out they voted for Trump. And I'm like, look at that, I'm like, how could you?
I have one friend that I deal with that voted for Trump, and the only reason I deal with him because I know who he is. Like he's not. I feel
He's not that person.
No, it's not even that he's not that person. I know where he comes from. So in the same way I can understand someone who's been through hate and been through progression, you know what I'm saying, in those ways, you gotta kind of be empathetic to
Well, yeah, you gotta be.
why are they like this?
You gotta be able
Some
to
of
go-
them are evil, and some of them are just born rich and don't understand, like, they see the world in a different view.
Because they've been indoctrinated to see it differently.
No, in
We've all
a
been
sense,
indoctrinated.
it was also, he was a fan before he got there. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. If you were a fan, like, of him in the 80s and 90s, like, you knew of him in real estate, you knew of him and all that stuff,
You knew
and his way he did business, and you thought, that's,
you knew the myth of him. You didn't
Yes.
really know him.
yeah, what he
You
portrayed
believed the
himself as.
right.
Yeah,
You
what he portrayed
believed the
himself
myth
as.
because
that's obviously what
just like my friend told me, he couldn't have run for dog catcher in New York. No one would have voted for him because everybody knew him.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Yeah,
He's a fucking racist.
Yeah.
He fucking,
yeah. See, everybody knew it.
yeah.
So nobody paid him any real attention.
Yeah, well, see where we got that. That's the problem. I think he used Because the reason why he won Michigan, I think one of the big reasons is because that he promised to get rid of Obamacare.
The whole reason why he won, period, was because of Obama.
Care.
Obama, period. Let me tell you why I say that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
If Romney wins, obviously Romney's the one running again, but Trump never runs for president.
And see, Obama won twice.
That's what.
And it wasn't even a contest at either time. And
that's where people are afraid.
And Trump already hated Obama anyway. He already had hate for him. So, you know.
Why would he have hate for somebody he didn't know? He had no knowledge of Obama. I know, that's the only reason he hated him. Once he got into power, he realized that there was a black man that was in power of me, and I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because he put some false sense on the president.
No.
That's another thing, too. People hold that thing up like it's fucking king.
Exactly.
He's literally our servant. We pay his salary.
Yeah, but see, a lot of Southerners don't look at it like that.
A lot of people don't look at it like
But
that.
I'm saying Southerners in particular because they have a history. And I'm not talking about all Southerners. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about all of any people, you know. But in the South, they never want to see a black man to be president. Or a woman. They don't want a woman either. Mm-hmm. They want it to be all white men. That little thing goes around, white,
Yeah.
white, then all of a sudden black. What the? Where'd he come from?
Yeah. And even though the world
And
is...
I asked the question, where did Obama come from? Because I'm going to tell you something. Me and most of the black people I knew, they didn't know who the fuck Obama was.
No one did.
He just popped up out of nowhere like a mushroom.
Yeah, and that's why he won. He was articulate.
He said the right shit.
He's preached hope and change and transparency.
And he did the best he could do, I think,
Yeah.
under circumstances.
Probably.
Yeah, under circumstances, he did the best he could do.
Yeah. I mean, considering the fact that he saluted with a coffee cup in his hand and it turned into a fucking
Yeah, I know.
fiasco on whether they should impeach the president.
If he
or not.
fired it up on the stage, it would have turned into a
It's
fiasco.
just like the things that they look at Trump and go, well, and the things that Obama did that they yelled about. It's like the Benghazi thing.
He didn't wear a little
perfect
pin, the
example.
flag pin, and they were, he didn't wear the flag pin.
Yeah.
They just
Or
went nuts.
He shot a hoop. He dribbled between the legs, and he's that's a symbol to his
Right.
folks.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, he's
Wait a minute. I told you I had friends that voted for him, right?
for who?
For Trump.
Yeah.
So they were at my house. And, And there was a magazine with the picture of Melania.
Trump?
Melania, Trump's wife, right?
Yes, wife.
Okay, it was some magazine. This is a magazine that comes in my house, Family Circle or something. I never even ordered it. It comes every month. So it was a picture. It was a picture of her for the last 5 years. It was a picture of her on the cover. And so this couple I know, I was telling you about, that voted for him. They were at the house at the time. We were smoking weed and stuff. And she says, "Ooh, she is so beautiful." And so I said, "She look okay." Oh, because Obama's wife is a transsexual. I said, "What?" Michelle Obama is a transsexual. They told me Michelle Obama was a man.
How the fuck they have kids?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh my god.
Some people are so damn stupid. And then I found out they got that from some internet.
It's just blogs. You can post what you want if you get your own website.
Yeah. And enough people believe it, and that's what it is. It's like that cute thing.
Mm-hmm. QAnon.
Yeah.
But it's also loneliness. It's also
it's all of that.
needing groups. It's also there's a lot of things going on that push people towards that.
Yeah,
and to be honest with you, they were out there before. I'm definitely a believer of the 9/11 conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think Cheney not necessarily had a hand in it, but definitely turned away that information and let whatever was going to happen. Now, did he assume it would happen? No, I assumed he thought maybe, whatever.
Well, they were told it was going to happen.
that's my point. CIA had come to them and said something.
Because Condoleezza Rice mentioned something about it.
He ignored it on purpose and moved the defense system to Alaska within the week before. That way, that's the conspiracy I believe.
Yeah, and it could very well be true.
Could be. It also could be that there was just 8 fucking crazy, well-financed, or no, 12. Because remember, they're being financed by a guy who's a multi-millionaire who is spending money. Like, he's got oil money, and he's literally spending it on training. Like, at that time, think about it. If you have multi-millions of dollars, you can get these guys. Like, you could definitely. It's very feasible.
Yeah, but it's.
Plus, whatever government.
It was easy to get the guys simply because.
Yeah, but getting the guys and actually getting the guys trained to take over a fucking commercial plane and fly it into a building while missing all the other fucking buildings that are there.
But that had nothing to do with the billionaire that financed it. That had something to do with their radical beliefs in Islam.
Right, but he was a radical belief. He had radical beliefs.
Of course.
And he used his money to finance those radical
to have somebody else go and kill themselves.
Right. But then there's also a belief, like if you talk, like I heard, to keep going on that rabbit hole with that conspiracy, that it wasn't even those guys. Everyone in those planes had been gassed. And every one of those people in those planes basically had no idea they were going to die or were dead before they hit the building. And they flew them in remotely. Because they say that not like the top 50 pilots in the planet couldn't fly those planes into that thing with that, you know what I'm saying? Let alone dudes who had 2 weeks of training.
Yeah, well,
because that airspace is unbelievable.
Well, they went for training, but then they didn't try to learn takeoffs and landings. That's why somebody should have been kind of like, these guys want to fly, but they don't want to practice takeoffs and landings.
Again, there was people that did. That's the point. There was a bunch of people that said, "Hey, here's a flag. Oh, by the way, here's this. Oh, by the way, here's this." But then they went, "Okay, no, that's not real. Oh, that's not real." Probably at the same time talking to Bin Laden himself, having personal conversations with him, making sure the thing is going well, because you know that they all made money off of it. Bin Laden's companies definitely made money off of it, and so did the fucking companies that Cheney's companies made fucking trillions of dollars off those wars.
They made goo-gobs of money.
Yeah, and no one's talking the fucking like it's a.
Bin Laden, when they were already filthy rich.
This is going to be the different. You know what the difference between this 100 years and the last 100 years is going to be?
What?
Is all the money's going to be made off the death of actual humans. Back then, they just worked people to death. Now it's just like, no, we're not going to work people to death. We're just going to blow them all up and make a bunch of money off of that. Think about the global economy that is around people being blown up in the Middle East.
Or have a disease or whatever they choose to do.
No, I'm talking like massive amounts of money in the early 2000s. Trillions of dollars were made in the private sector.
Oh, yeah.
On war.
They're still
blowing up people for no fucking reason.
They're still making it. They're still blowing up people for no reason.
But anyways, they say that some people believe that the planes had to be drones, had to be wired up like drones,
remote control,
and flown. That's the only way it would have happened. There's no way those guys in 2 weeks could have figured out how to. Because think about the turbulence and the things that go on in that area. You have. It's the tallest buildings, but they hit the buildings like They hit
the top of the buildings. They hit them like
in the middle,
a third, or 2/3.
Not middle, but probably
about a third.
Yeah, third of the way down.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of shit you could have hit on the way. The wind, who knows? I couldn't,
Well,
so that's feasible too in my mind.
But I thought, let me explain something to you. That wasn't the first time a plane that crashed to a building in New York. The Empire State Building. A bomber crashed into the Empire State Building in 1947, I believe. So they made a law that you couldn't fly in that area.
Yeah, no fly zone. Unless
okay, so why didn't radar pick those planes up? That's why they think the one plane got shot down.
The reason why is there was because normally we have a defense system over here, but all the planes that we use for that had been moved to the other side of the country for war games,
Oh, okay.
for practice, for training.
Yeah, it just so happens to be then.
On the other side, so there was no planes to shoot, no planes to actually get up in the air and shoot them down.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's why when people ask, how did they not know? How is there not? Oh, radar, mayday, mayday, someone's gonna kill me.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you going towards New York? You're supposed to be going this way. Why are you going back that way?
It like I said, it's crazy.
Yeah.
The whole simulation.
Well, and the Pentagon, people talk about that. Like,
Well, that's the one they claim.
that was an explosion. They just blew it up.
Well, they claim that a missile shot that plane down before it really
Yeah, and they
could do it.
then they shot a missile into the building where
Right.
no one was, so
To make
they
the
could
damage.
simulate. Yeah,
Because
there wasn't much there.
they didn't find hardly any debris of the airplane.
You know what makes it more believable is on an average day, how many people are in that World Trade Center?
Oh yeah,
Only 3,000 people died
yeah,
on that day.
yeah.
And you're telling me
that building had
total?
maybe 10,
That's including
15,000
the
people.
Pentagon. Yeah, that's including the Pentagon. So
Well, you
how
know,
how did they end up picking the day when the World Trade Center is going to be 3/4 of the way empty and the Pentagon in that area happened to be empty as fuck? How does that happen?
I don't know.
It's kind of convenient.
And then it's Building 7. Why did
All
it
that
fall?
shit.
Why the
Well,
fuck did
yeah.
it fall? You know,
Yeah, they're trying to cover up.
And that's where
shit
the-
from the 90s, I guess.
that was. I think they had money or gold stored in that building
Yeah.
or something. I don't think they ever recovered
Yeah.
it.
Well, at least now it's just the president basically taking our tax money to play golf.
Yep.
You know how much money he spent at his golf course on himself? It's millions
133 million
Yeah.
to be exact. That's what it is.
on golf
Yeah.
in his own golf course.
And he complained
Did
because Obama
did Obama even spend even close to that much money
nowhere
in his
near.
term?
Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
And everywhere he went, he didn't own it.
Because believe
So all
me,
that money went to the people who own the fucking business.
exactly. Exactly.
So it's like, how are people not mad about that? How are people not under? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. The things they complain
It doesn't
about.
make sense to me either. I can't understand why they can't see this. But you know, hey, different experiences in life, I guess. I don't know.
I
Or
guess-
am I wrong?
I think we.
Are we wrong? Maybe we're wrong.
Maybe we are. Maybe I'm hoping if he doesn't, you're right. We could be wrong.
We could be wrong.
We could 10 years from now find out
We were wrong.
we were wrong the whole time.
Yep.
But I highly doubt I'm gonna be that same as that white dude that was standing there beating the black dude's ass because he wanted to go sit in a restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm definitely the dude that's trying to help that dude. I'm not. It doesn't. No, they're not. Humans are humans. It doesn't. The color of your skin is only a pigment.
The color of your skin, how tall you are, how
Yeah.
fat or skinny you
It'd
are.
be different if you couldn't have sex with a white person and produce a baby. If that was the case, then you could, in my mind, say we're different species.
There's some differences, right?
Because that's what happens.
Right.
If my cat fucks my dog,
Ain't nothing gonna get pregnant. Let's
yeah,
put it that way.
yeah. So then, but due to the fact that you can fuck anybody that's the same color as me and produce babies, we're the same.
We're the same.
The
You're
difference is I happen to have lineage that was born north. That's all.
When
Where there's less sun.
everybody, certain people left Africa. Some people went this way. Some people went that way. Some people went up into the mountains to live.
Yep.
Some people lived on islands. And as you did, your body adapted to your environment.
Or we are. Maybe this is reality because I just thought about this. Maybe 10,000 years ago we showed up on a ship because we fuck up our last planet we were on.
That's a good one. I like that.
So we show up on a ship and we end up in Egypt, and the people that are smart start building all the thing. Well, then a disease, because we're on a different planet, wipes out all the fucking smart people, or a good population of the smart people. And then you add in the fact that naturally, yes, smartness goes through evolution, but when evolution isn't there to test you,
You don't change as
You don't
much.
change. You
Right.
get stupidness more. Stupidness
Yeah.
reproduces way more.
Less awareness.
Well, no, just stupid people produce more than dumb or smart people. When you have no
I see what you're
struggles
saying. I see what you're saying.
Back in the day, our ancestors were all smart in their ways. They were survivalists. They were able to make stuff. They were able to do all this different stuff, and they survived and had kids that did the same thing. Who survived and had kids, and then the dumb
So
ones
forth and so on.
didn't
yeah.
have kids, and they would die off because they got eaten by a fucking lion, right? So, but now there's no lions.
There's no
to eat
lions.
us.
Right.
So now all the dumb people just fuck because that's what dumb people do is fuck. They fucking eat and fight. Fuck, eat, fight. Show I'm man. Ugh. So you do your dumb shit, you fuck a bunch, you have a bunch of kids,
shit.
while the smart person who's trying to actually figure out what life is about is having one kid. Idiocracy happens.
Or no kids.
And then on top of that, you add in the fact that we've completely defunded our education system.
Completely.
And taken all the money from the bottom and put it to the top. That's the thing that kills me more than anything. It's basically a draft without a draft. They figured out how to get people into the army without a draft. You make it so there's no opportunity.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. It makes
No
no
opportunity.
opportunities. Where are you going to go? Well, I can make money over there with those guys.
I gotta kill some brown people.
And they told me I could go to college too. They pay for that. And I can get veterans benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. But you don't know the reality that everyone else knows, that once you get the fuck out, if you ain't part of that top half,
You
ain't
ain't
anyway.
shit happening. Ain't
No.
shit gonna happen.
You get some trade thing,
can
and
forget
maybe
it.
you're lucky, get a job in a trade where there's 1,000 people now, especially in this area. People forget that a whole factory just closed. Like, they were building trucks 2
Yeah.
miles from here,
Yep.
and they're not building trucks there no more.
Nope.
It's like 10,000 jobs, including all the jobs that were supplying that factory.
Yep.
So, like, when this shit starts hitting back, your choice is Amazon or fucking fast food. And you wonder why
Let me
people
see,
are fucking
Amazon.
killing themselves.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because there's no other fucking choice. What are you going to do? Go to school? Now you don't want to go to school because you hear the horror stories of the people who went to fucking school. And now we're fucking... My best friend's been making over $100,000 for the last 6 years. And hasn't touched his fucking student loans. It's like, how do you make that much money and not be able to pay off a debt? Why? Because it's
You
set
got-
up so you can.
Exactly.
They want you to pay for
They
it
want you to be indentured.
for 1 year.
They want you to be indentured.
1 year law school.
Oh yeah, man.
And then that's him 1 year law school. Imagine all the people who went to fucking... I had one friend, she was told, here's your choice. If you take this deal, or if you don't take this deal, you pay off your student loans when you're 70. Right? She was 28 years old. Now, if you do take this deal, they make you pay less, you never pay it off.
Like I told you.
You just pay $100 a fucking month for the rest of your fucking life.
That
or whatever the
that
fuck it is.
student loan thing is bullshit.
Well,
Mortgages on houses is bullshit. It's just a way to keep you connected to them. Because I mean, you know, I've been looking at real estate for about a year now, and I look at these houses, and I mean, I've been looking at cheap houses, and if you get a mortgage on a $40,000 house, it's going to take you 15 years to pay for it.
they're not made to be paid off.
No, they're not.
They're not. They're made to be... You're made to pay that for until you decide to go somewhere else.
Yep,
It's just rental. You're renting houses from the rich.
that's all you're doing.
Yeah. It used to be you could afford to buy a house. You could actually pay $5,000 for a house
Mm-hmm.
and live in it and pay it off in 5 years and live the
then
rest of your
live-
life. Now you got actual equity. Now you're just
It's a
borrowing
whole-
rich people's equity.
It's a whole game, man.
Oh, it's a
whole-
definite fuck game.
It's a whole game, but
Yeah. Same with credit.
yeah,
It's the same way.
same way.
Hey, you want to live our life? Just pay me a little
Yep.
little bonus here, and I'll give you my money.
Yep, same thing, man.
So, whatever. Nothing I can do about it right at the moment.
Nope.